Greetings, RCS community. It's Dr. Eshleman coming to you from our beautiful and amazing Resurrection Christian School campus. Listen, I wanted to update you on a great number of details that have happened since the last time we've been able to talk. We had an amazing spring in which we had to move to online education, and then we had a summertime in which we were still able to educate children, and now here we are in the fall for in-person education. Listen, I want you to know that here at RCS, we are committed to educating these children. We were the first school in the county to open up for summer instruction, and we did that because we didn't want our students to miss one single beat from what they might have missed there in the spring when we had to go to online education. Next, we were one of the first schools in the entire county to open up for in-person education this fall. We want to make sure that we are an educational leader in this community, but we also want to make sure that we are servicing the needs of our children. They need to be together. They need to be back in school under one roof and in one place. And we're blessed, and it was because of you, your donations, your prayer, your support, your donor dollars helped us be able to have not only in-person learning and help us to provide all the medical supplies, all the sanitary supplies that we needed to have, but also enabled us to be able to pivot to online learning for individuals, for groups, for whoever and wherever and whenever that may happen. You helped us do that, and I want to thank you for that. So we're very blessed, very excited with what's happening here at RCS and our commitment to the mission and our commitment to these precious children, your grandchildren, nieces, nephews, friends and family. We want to make sure that you know we're committed to them, and we're able to do so because of your gracious help and benevolence. Next, I want to talk to you about the feasibility study. Obviously, I understand that this COVID thing has gotten our attention. It has been a distraction for everybody, to say the very least. But let me be clear, we are moving ahead as a school. And many of you know you were involved in a second round of feasibility study interviews that we conducted. And we're so thankful and so appreciative that you took the time to do that. It is vital for us to understand, where are we at in our community? What are the expectations that our community has? What do we want to do as a school? And for sure, where are we going to go with the programming for this beautiful, brand new addition to our campus? So again, thank you for all of you who participated in the second round of that feasibility study. We gained valuable and valid information that we'll be announcing to you here very shortly. So we're excited about the future and where things are going here at RCS. The third thing I want to talk to you about is our Gala, the Foundation Gala. Now, as you can imagine, obviously, with all the COVID restrictions that are out there, it has been a challenge to find a venue that we can support and hold such a large event. And we're so excited. We're having Willie and Corey Robertson from the Duck Dynasty fame here as our speakers. And so we absolutely want to have an amazing venue and an outstanding event. So all I'm simply saying is to let you know that we are absolutely still planning on moving ahead with that event. We're just making sure that we can locate the right venue. Now, if for some reason guidelines do not loosen up in such a way to where we can have the entire venue, the entire event in one location, we are looking at the possibility of having sort of a hybrid event in which we have a large group of folks in the room, but also an online element to it where you could dial in and watch from wherever you are around the state, around the city, around the county, or around the country. So bear with us as we plan all these events and details. Do know that we have every intention of making sure that we have a great gala this coming spring, and we are excited about it. So it won't be here in the fall, but we're moving it to the spring, giving regulations and COVID restrictions time to hopefully loosen up a little bit so we can have a great and amazing event. It's for a worthy cause, certainly for our children and for our school. So we want to make sure that event is outstanding. Last but certainly not least, I want to give you just a little sneak peek of the vision of where we're going. Obviously, one of the things that I'm most concerned about is making sure that we move forward as a school. And I want to be very clear, our school has a 100-year vision. Now, when you have a 100-year vision, momentary blips that may happen, things that may occur, a rough month, a difficult season, a challenging time, even things like this whole COVID pandemic. Now listen, we take it very seriously. We know that there have been a lot of setbacks. Folks have lost their jobs. Some have had their pay reduced during this time. And even, God forbid, some friends and family have lost their lives during this time. But nonetheless, we still want to move forward. We still want to keep moving ahead with the vision that God has laid upon our hearts for this amazing institution. So I want to be very clear with you. We're going to be launching in just very short order a vision campaign. That vision campaign will then fold soon into a capital campaign for the brand new addition to our campus. But very quickly, I want to give you a super short, brief introduction and sneak peek to what that vision campaign is going to look like. The vision campaign is simply built around the phrase, rise up. And each letter of that word, that phrase, rise up, it's an acronym, it's an acrostic. Each letter is another element of the vision campaign. So very quickly, here it is. The R in Rise Up is resource. We want to make sure that we have enough resources in terms of finances, in terms of, but also people as well. So I believe that where God gives vision, He gives provision. So we need to make sure that we have a very significant effort in our vision to produce resource, obviously in the form of finances and money and dollars, but also in the form of great people, great staff, making sure that we have the very best teachers for our students here. The I in Rise Up is innovation, not just in terms of gadgets and gizmos and whiz-bangs, but also in terms of thinking. It doesn't take gadgets to be innovative. It takes sometimes just good thinking. There are lots of situations that cost little to nothing, but just are innovative in our thinking, creative in our thinking, thinking outside the box, and thinking in new ways. We want to make sure we have an entire portion of our vision dedicated to fresh, innovative thinking, in addition to the gadgets and the gizmos, of course. The S in Rise Up is spiritual formation and spiritual transformation. Obviously, we're a Christian school. We will never lose that heritage. We will never lose our foundings. We will never walk away from that initiative. We want to make sure that we are clearly a Christian school. Our chapels are amazing. Our Bible classes are outstanding. Our students' lives are touched and changed when they walk on this campus. The E in Rise is educational excellence. We want to make sure that we have a great school of rigor and intensity. We want to make sure that we prepare these kids for the future that God has for them. We want them to be the very best. More National Merit Scholars, higher SAT, ACT scores, and all the infrastructure that it takes to make that happen. So whether your child is a high achiever or if your child struggles with learning, RCS is the place now and in the future for them to be at. The U in Rise Up is a unique unity. And really what that's about is culture. We want to make sure that the amazing culture that we have here at RCS continues to move forward. This is an amazing place filled full of outstanding people. And it's not like any other Christian school out there. When you come to our campus, there's something unique. There's a family feel. There's an amazing culture. Well, we want 1/6 of this entire vision that I'm describing to you focused on nothing more than building great culture, legacy, tradition, heritage. The P in Rise Up is programming. Obviously, in the areas of athletics, academics, and fine arts, we want to make sure that we have great programs for students to participate in. One of the things that I do not want to have happen is I don't want a single child to graduate from this school with a diploma from the 1950s. No disparaging comment or nothing personal about the 1950s, but we're simply saying that we want their diploma to be relevant, to be current, to be competitive. And so to do that, we want to make sure that we have the right programs here for the students to participate in. So examining what we do in athletics, academics, fine arts, making sure that we start the right programs for them that they can participate in to make sure they're competitive and ready to go for whatever God has for them in the future. Listen, we are excited about where RCS is going. We are not sitting back on our haunches, letting this whole thing of COVID drive and do what it does. We want to make sure that we're still thinking above and moving forward. We're excited about where we are, and we're excited about where we're going, and we're excited about the fact that we get to do it with you. We thank you, we appreciate you, we love you, and we absolutely appreciate all the support you've been giving us. Thank you for that. God bless you. We'll be giving more updates in the very near future. We'll see you.